soon as he finished speaking to Saul, Jonathan's very soul became bound up with the soul of David. And Jonathan began to love him as his own soul. And Saul took him on that day. Dad, can you sit by Mom? And then Saul took him on that day, and he didn't allow him to return to his father's house. And Jonathan and David proceeded. The constant flew. Conlo.
Conclude
the covenant because it's living of his own soul. Further, John stripped himself of the slaver's coat that was on him and gave it to David. And even his garments and even his sword and his bow and his belt. And David began going up. Whatever Saul would send him, he would act brutally, so that Saul placed him over the men of war, and it seemed good in the eyes of all the people, and also in the eyes of the servants of Saul. And it came about that they're coming, and it came about that they're coming in, and it came about that as they're coming in, when David returned from striking the Philistines down, the women began coming out of the cities of Israel with song and dances to meet Saul the king, with tambourines and rejoicing with lutes. And the women that were celebrating kept responding and saying, Saul has struck down his thousands, and David his tens of thousands. And Saul began to be very angry, and this thing was bad from the viewpoint that he said, they have given David tens of thousands, but to me they have given the thousands, and there's yet only the kingship to give him. And Saul was constantly looking suspiciously at David from that day forward. From that day forward. And it came about the next day that God's bad spirit became operative upon Saul, so he can behave like a prophet. Prophet. In the house, while David was playing music with his hand, and the spear in former days. And the spear was in Saul's hand. And Saul proceeded to, and And Saul proceeded to hurl the spear and say, I will pin David even to the wall. But David turned aside before him twice. And Saul grew afraid of David because Jehovah flew to be with him, but from Saul he had departed. Consequently, Saul removed him from his company and appointed him as chief of 1,000 for him, and he regularly went out and came in before the people. And David was constantly acting prudently in all his ways, and Jehovah was with him. And Saul kept seeing that he was acting very prudently, so that he was scared of him. And all Israel and Judah were lovers of David, because he was going out and coming in before them.